Right.
Don't understand that in the slightest.
That's why they have that law. Can't hit a woman because you already know that they're going to be knocked out.
Well, you look on Google, and they always say that a woman cannot do a man any type of physical, really any physical harm. Well, why is that? Because they're not equal to us. They're the weaker vessel.
Right. So when we go into these videos that we going into now, this is why you don't get caught up with this in your family like that when it comes to the truth. They're total opposite. You know?
Especially if you get into an argument with them, you can hang it up.
Hang it up. Go ahead, Doc.
All right, this is. Let me get some pretty. This is Isaiah 42:22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. Why? Because of all the stuff that pretty much goes on. We're not even just talking about how they just spoil us with electronics, but how they actually, how our people are mentally
destroyed.
Ill. Yep. Yeah, this is like you come up with all sorts of different things just to destroy a man by what? How the women act, how to take the fathers out of the house, how the children act. It's all sorts of bunch of madness. What more can go? Well, it's a lot what's going on now.
Yep.
We talking about from how, let's say, even when I was a kid, things a little bit more made more sense. But as I grew up, I started seeing a whole bunch of crazy stuff that just defeats the whole purpose of life, of order. And now that we actually see through it, we see all the stuff that our people are just mentally destroyed with.
And that brother right there is in the middle of that because the damn school system.
Yeah.
It's worse than when I went or when you went or when we went, you know.
And
that
it was
right there. It's in the middle of it.
And it was fucked up when I went.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm telling you, the school system, man. I still remember the smell of the lunch boxes. That's how messed up I am in the head. You know, then you start having dreams about school and all that.
Yeah,
I done graduated 30 years ago, and I'm still like, damn, like I was still in fucking high school.
Right, it's a nightmare. I get those dreams all the time. I damn near all the time.
Yep.
Because it's conditioning. It's basically, as they like to say, mind control.
Yep.
Because that's basically what the hell it is.
Right.
To the point if you any time in your life where you remember, when you feel like you actually had to wake up and go back to school, and you were like, hold up, wait, I graduated. What the hell do I need school for?
Yeah, it's a shock.
It's a shock.
Right there. Yeah, it's a shock to your spirit.
What is it? Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah.
That's how slaves were. You go from slavery, then you come out of slavery. You think all of a sudden you're free. Now you're just like, oh, I gotta go serve master. Wait, never mind, I'm free.
Yep.
That's conditioning, which means our minds are technically still destroyed, or at least troubled.
Yep.
Because anytime we're troubled like that, that's not a good thing.
That goes back to Ecclesiastes 7:2. It is better for that because you will not forget.
Very true.
The scripture says, remember the days of old. That's a precept to Ecclesiastes 7:2. Right. Sorrow is better to go in a house of mourning than a house of feasting.
True.
You got Jake. They want to go back to high school. They've been out of high school 20 years. They want to go back and visit their alma mater. They want to go back and visit school. That's like leaving jail and saying, yeah, I want to go back and visit Big Pete. Man, if I'm in fucking prison and I leave there, I ain't going back to visit a damn soul, man. But Jake will go back and visit his captain. Look, man, our people love Egypt. And we're in the worst condition. I had my brother tell me, he said, well, look, really, a lot of the stuff you're talking is nonsense because it's worse of countries around the world that's worse than in America, that's living in poverty. I said, yeah, but they're all in poverty. Here, you go around the corner, like Disneyland or down the harbor here in Baltimore, they living good. But then you go right around the corner, it's ghettos and rats. You mean to tell me the richest, resourceful country on the planet, you got the homeless people and we in the middle of that shit? Not to mention we was born here to serve slavery and build up this shit and got the crumbs to it. Get the hell out of here. People say the most ridiculous stuff to save Esau, man.
Every time.
You know? You're in the most glorious place on the planet, the land of milk and honey. And you scrounging to pay your gas and electric bill? You got to go to a concentration camp where you can't drink the water because it's lead?
That's crazy.
You got to sit in the concentration camp of a school and they have funding problems so they can't fix the heat. The children are sitting in there with coats on, and you tell me that the other countries are worse. Yeah. If that was the case, I'd rather be in the other country. At least everybody's poor. At least we all sitting up in there with the gas electric. You know?
Exactly. They already know to go through how to go through the struggle.
They already know how to struggle to suffer. But you living in a place where the Edomites are running everything, but then you got to sit there and get the scraps. Here, boy. And they throw you the damn scraps, and you got to crawl on your knees and get it. Get the hell out of here, man.
Or even worse, the fact that you live in this place, that you go from, let's say, you go from something good and then automatically just drop down to something hella horrible. That makes no sense. If I'm supposed to be in a good position, then I'm supposed to stay in that position. If we're in the land where everybody's supposed to, if this land is supposed to be the most resourceful, nobody here should be poor.
Right.
We understand there's a working class, but damn, there should be literally nobody poor. Especially with all the constructions and trees that you're knocked down just to make houses. Just what? Get boarded up? That makes no sense. The ground's another thing. You done destroyed the earth, just put tar over top of it, and that's not even working.
Yep.
The ground that you literally made is crumbling right in front of you. Sinkholes.
Yeah, that's called the pomp is being brought low. That's in the book of Isaiah.
Yep.
What is that?
You know, the pomp, the worms that spread under thee.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
that when Rome fell, that's how Rome fell.
Yeah.
So what you witnessing is the fall. Hey, Disneyland proved that.
Yep.
You're witnessing the fall of America, man.
Yeah. Yep. All them boarded houses here in Baltimore. They got whole blocks of boarded houses.
Yeah, we gotta do a video on that. Right down on Franklin Town.
Yeah, all them boarded houses.
Franklin Town.
All up in
Where
there.
my school was.
Yep, Carver.
Yup. What is it? North
Yeah.
it's not North Avenue. It's
Bentlow.
Bentlow Street.
Bentlow and Emerson.
Yup.
That's crazy.
You go up Emerson though and hit Franklin Town all around there. You got blocks that are boarded up.
Whole blocks.
But remember, the white man the one that own all that shit, right? Ultimately, because he owns the land.
Yep.
But he's not being fined for trash, right?
Nope.
Them goddamn houses ain't nothing but trash. But they ain't finding his ass, are they?
Rat infested houses, they're rotting. They're literally rotten houses.
Yep. That's not good for the environment, too.
No, it's not. You walk past that, you breathing in all types of stuff.
Chemicals or lead paint and all that
Mold
shit.
and everything.
We are in hell, man.
Asbestos.
And you supposed to be claiming you in a house of feasting?
Yeah.
Well, Floyd Mayweather's in a house of feasting. He's a millionaire, billionaire almost. Michael Jordan is in a house of feasting, okay? But they will never own all that money. But the Lord set them up. They're set up to prove that the so-called white man is losing his power. You know? They won't never let them own any businesses, but it's still showing that, Jake, we came a long way. You know? So now it's turning on their ass. Lil Ak, give me Deuteronomy 30:7 real quick, and we'll close up.
Floyd Mayweather, he funny. I saw a video with him. He got all these bodyguards, but carries nothing but suitcases of cash with him.
Right. And that's kind of told you this is a messed up society because you got money, you got to have bodyguards. You know? That's how you know. But that's him. Deuteronomy 30:7.
37.
You know? But it's just showing the downfall of Esau, you know? All right, go ahead, Al.
All right, it's Deuteronomy 30:7.
The elites got to pay him all that money to keep it going. You know, go ahead.
And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
That's why you see so many of them homeless people, Edomites, homeless in the land of milk and honey.
Which is funny, 'cause remember what I said before. A couple of years ago, you only saw Jake that was homeless. Now
You saw some
you
Edomites.
saw some Edomites,
Yeah.
but now you see more Edomites than anything.
Right.
We be pushing up at that whole strip.
All downtown.
All
That's-
Edomites.
They got tents and shit set up.
Yeah, all
Which is funny,
Edomites.
because you know it's bad when it's downtown where the main source of everything is at.
Right.
That's pretty bad.
Well, the inner harbor is a tourist attraction.
Yup.
And right around the corner, you got homelessness. Get the hell out of here.
Edomites at that.
That's why this place is going down, man.
Yep.
All right. Would you finish on that? What does it say?
You want me to read the whole thing?
Yeah.
All right. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee,
Yep.
which persecuted thee.
Who persecuted us? The so-called white man.
Yup.
Who hate us? The so-called white man.
Isaiah 14:21 comes to mind.
Yep. And Jeremiah 32 and 18.
Yeah,
Now
Who-
all of a sudden, the Esau,
What did they say? The Jackfights now?
yeah, Arabs.
Another video.
That's another video. But
Anyway, with that, we're going to close up.
Alright, so with that, we're going to say Shalom.
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 Death to this wicked society. We give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash.
Double honors to the apostle of GMS and the sincere Shalom to the brothers out there, pushing the truth and sincerity in the name of the Lord. Shalom and death to this wicked society.
Shalom, Mawaf, Lababal, death to this wicked society.